Hi. As WordPress developers, we are very often asked to make custom changes to the WordPress installation. And very, very often this requires us to write code. So if you're a WordPress developer, you will know that there are two primary ways that this can be done. The first way is through the changes you make to the theme. So for example, you make changes, you add code to the functions.php file in your active theme, and that's way one. And the second way is to create a new plugin. Install the plugin into the WordPress installation, and your code will be run, right? So the question is, where do you draw the line? When do you use method A, working on the theme, and when do you use method B, which is creating a new plugin? Here is where I draw my line. The question I ask myself is this: will this code affect the front end look and feel, or is this more of a back end process kind of thing? Another way to put it is, if I change the theme, if the design of the whole site changes tomorrow and I have to switch the theme, will this functionality still stay exactly how it is? Exactly how it is. And when you ask these two questions, right, then it becomes quite clear whether this code should be in the themes arena or the plugins arena. For example, let's say we have a WooCommerce site with WooCommerce subscriptions, but there are two scenarios. The first scenario is the customer wants the way the subscription options to be presented on the product page to be changed. Maybe only when he selects a certain checkbox, then you show the available subscription options, something like that. That is very clearly in the design, the look and feel space. So that code goes in the functions PHP. On the other hand, if the request is something to do with adding an additional API request to a third-party platform when a subscription renews, for example, then if you can imagine, if the design of the site changes and you have to change the theme, this code shouldn't change at all, right? So that should be under the realm of plugins, and you should, no matter how small that code is, that should be implemented as a plugin, a custom plugin. So remember, how do you decide when to make changes, add custom code to a theme, and when do you make custom code changes as a plugin? Decide by asking yourself the question: if the theme changes tomorrow, will this code still apply without any changes? If it needs to be changed, then use the theme. If it doesn't need to be changed, then use a plugin. Of course, there will be situations where this is difficult to answer, and you have to table down all the pros and cons of putting it into a theme versus a plugin. Hope that helps, and I'll see you tomorrow.